You're listening to the Hour of the Time. I'm William Cooper.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, dear.
You're welcome.
You're a sweet little girl, aren't you?
Yeah.
At least I think so, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But you really are.
Yes.
Are you half Chinese?
Yeah.
Are you part American Indian?
Yeah.
You have English, Scots, and Irish in you?
I don't know.
Well, you do. Chinese, American Indian, English, Scotch, Irish. You're pretty smart, aren't you?
Yeah.
And you have a lot of fun?
Mm-hmm.
And you would never hurt anybody, would you?
No.
In fact, mostly what we do around here is try to change the world so nobody has to hurt anybody.
Yep.
We want everybody to stay free?
Yeah.
Okay. I just want everybody to hear that so they know it.
And you know, folks, when I get lonely, then sometimes my dad plays with me.
I sure do, and I enjoy it.
Yep, you do.
Well, thank you for helping me start this broadcast.
You're welcome. And folks, I miss you too.
I'm sure you do. She does miss you, and that's why she came and asked me to do the pledge tonight, folks, because she hasn't done it for a while. Now, last night, you heard a caller, and I'm going to pop their bubble tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight you're going to hear the truth about these racist scum who, if they had their way, would simply eliminate anyone who does not look like them or believe like them off the face of the earth, by any means possible, like Hitler tried to do, or just round them up in a big field and club them to death, because by and large they believe in something called blood atonement, which means when they get rid of their enemies, they have to spill as much blood as possible. I want you to listen to this call last night. First thing that you'll notice is that the man is just a barefaced, blatant liar. And listen carefully to this. You can see that he doesn't own a shortwave radio, was not listening to this broadcast, and probably never has. He was not anywhere where there's an FM broadcast of the Hour of the Time, because he wasn't listening to that either. He didn't even know if we were on the air. Not only that, folks, but he claims that I'm the one that turned him to racism, to the Aryan Nations and the Euro-American Alliance, yet he didn't even recognize my voice. He thought I was a screener. If he had actually ever listened to this broadcast, he would know that no call on this broadcast has ever, in its history, been screened. Listen very careful to this liar. Apparently, this broadcast has been targeted by racist organizations, because every night, for the last few nights, we've had one of these callers, and I suspect that they try to get through every night, but since we have such a flood of calls, they usually don't make it. Good evening, you're on the air.
The word National Alliance.
Pardon?
Is this the Cooper Show?
Yes.
Okay, you're screening for him?
No, we don't screen on this show.
Oh, okay.
Hello?
Yeah? Is he still taking calls?
You're on the air.
I'm on the air?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Cooper convinced me to subscribe to the Euro-American Quarterly and the Talon of the Euro-American Alliance. That's it.
Oh, it's another one of those racist bullshit bigots. And there you have it, folks. These people, literally, except for a very few of them, do not have a brain in their head. Tonight's broadcast is going to prove that. A long time ago, I was sent a tape of a radio broadcast called Fresh Air. The host is a very intelligent, very nice woman named Terry Gross, and she is interviewing Floyd Cochran, who used to be one of the elite, one of the movers and shakers, one of the higher-ups in what is known as the Aryan Nations. He had an awful lot to do with the Euro-American Alliance, with the Christian identity movement, and in general, the white racist movement all across America. He's going to tell you the truth about these people. You see, I was going to do because I did this a long time ago, I didn't want to do a rerun. I was going to do this myself, folks. But you see, if I did, I would be accused of lying, of making up stories. Well, this man found out the hard way what the racist movement is all about, how terrible they are, how warped their minds are. In fact, you could even say that a great percentage of them are psychotic. They belong in mental institutions. What turned him around is he had worked upon him what he had been voicing about others. You see, he had a son who was born with a defect, a physical defect, one that can be cured with surgery, but nevertheless a physical defect. His fellow racists in the Aryan Nations told him that his son would have to be killed, eliminated, because he was genetically defective. I receive letters all the time from these scum, from the Euro-American Alliance, from the Aryan Nations, from other racist groups around the country, telling me the same thing about my daughter and about me and about my whole family, in fact, because my wife is Chinese, because I'm part American Indian, and because my daughter is half Chinese, part American Indian, English, Scotch, and Irish. They see us as some sort of threat, yet we have worked probably as hard or harder than anyone in the history of this nation for the liberty, the freedom, and justice for all people, for all Americans. And that is a tip-off that when these people talk about liberty and freedom and justice and America and the Founding Fathers and the Constitution, they are lying to you. What they really want to establish is a Fourth Reich. They want to elevate to a throne another Hitler. They would love to establish concentration camps where people like me and Pooh and my new daughter Allison and Annie and many of you out there listening to this broadcast would be sentenced to perpetual slave labor until we became so weak or so sick that we could not produce anymore, and then they would just murder us. That is their solution, you see. These people think that they are the master race, some sort of supermen, and we will expose them during the next 50 minutes of this broadcast from the mouth of one of them who was in the highest echelon of the Aryan Nation movement in this country, finally discovered the truth about what he was mixed up in and about his own beliefs. And he's going to tell you the truth tonight. Don't go away. You don't want to miss this for the world.